Okay, so we are going to be looking at how to install Conda for our machine learning journey. So first of all, we head over to Google and then search for Anaconda download. Now we choose the first website that says anaconda.com. So we head over to this page where you can download Anaconda. So you are supposed to enter your email address here for that, but you can see skip registration over here, right? So skip registration will take you to the download page. If you're on Windows, you are going to see download for Windows. If you're on Mac, download for Mac. If you're on Linux, so choose your operating system. If you're on Windows, it's only the 64-bit version. So it's about 912. So you click on download and it will begin downloading. So if I'm Mac, click on download and it just downloads. After the download is done, you just install it. So this is my package. It's just straightforward installation. So just follow the setup, install, but then make sure that you add to the path. So we are going to see modify path or add to the path, and then set Conda as your default Python, whatever. So you install. I already have this installed, so I'm going to cancel it, right? On Windows, you are going to see something like this. You're going to see something like this and advanced installation options as you proceed to install. So choose this same thing. If you don't have Python installed, yeah, so choose the same thing. In fact, choose the first one, all of this, mark all of these, okay. The last one is to clear the package upon completion, but this is only recommended if you don't have enough space. If you have enough space to work on, you can leave this option set because this comes with pre-installed packages so that you can even work on some projects without needing to download from the internet. So after that, click install and then it installs Conda for you. Now, after Conda is installed, you are going to find, yeah, don't worry, you are going to find this is the Anaconda icon. So Anaconda Navigator. So when you open this, you are going to see a list of some packages that comes along with it, and a list of some tools that you can use in your machine learning journey or your data science journey. Okay, this is pretty straightforward. Now, so this is the Anaconda Navigator, and these are some of the tools it comes with. Mostly, we are going to be using Jupyter Lab. It's an advanced version of Jupyter Notebook, and if you have VS Code installed, so all the ones with Launch are usually already installed on their website. So that is Anaconda. Now to work effectively, we have what we call virtual environment. So virtual environment helps us to separate our packages, the packages you are going to work with, from other packages or other environments of another project. So if you are creating a project or if you are working in a project, you need to create a separate virtual environment so that the packages you are going to need get into that environment. Okay, so here we are going to create a new virtual environment. This is the base environment. Please don't work in this. So create a new virtual environment by clicking create down here. See test, sorry, and you can give it any name, but just make sure there are no spaces in it and make sure they are all capital letters. So test env. I'm going to choose Python 3.13 and then I'll choose create. So it creates a virtual environment here and then preloads it with some existing Python libraries. Okay, you see there are lots of libraries. This is the base, but if you come to the test, you are only going to have about 20 or 21 libraries. That is the libraries that are needed for you to start your project. So we create a virtual environment here. So after it's done, you see it's done, right? So we can quickly work in this virtual environment we've created by just um, I'm just going to create a simple project. Don't get lost. So open folder, um, open folder. So create a new folder to work in, and I'll say let's see test and now something like this. So this is the folder. I open the folder, and the folder will be active in VS Code. So this is the folder. So I open my terminal here, terminal, and as the terminal shoots up, you can see that it has a default conda, sorry, a default virtual environment. That is the base virtual environment. But we don't want to work in the base. We already created a virtual environment here called testn. So we need to activate that to work in that. So to do that, we say conda, sorry, activate test env, the name of the virtual environment we created, and we press enter. And once that is done, the test env becomes our current virtual environment. Now to install a package in this environment, we say conda install. Let me just use pandas to install pandas in our virtual environment, and just yes, so yes. So as you can see, it's downloads and then install pandas and all these associated tools into our virtual environment, right? So you can see NumPy, bottleneck, and all the rest. Now, if you come over here, you should see, click on this again. The packages here should update, right? So updates in this. Well, it's not really important. We had only 19 packages here, but they should be updated. So I forget about that. Now we've installed pandas, right? So what do you use pandas for? So quickly, pandas is one of the useful tools you can use in machine learning. So let's just create a Python file in .py to test that we have pandas installed. So I'll say import pandas as pd, and I'm just going to do this. I need a file, so I'll copy this file here to the project. So this is a CSV file, more or less like an Excel file. If I were to preview it, we are going to see something. Why is it not showing? Right. Well, this is how it looks like. It's just an Excel file. Okay. So to preview this, so I'll say file is equal to pd, that is the alias for the pandas we've installed. But read, we have read CSV, read Excel, all of this. We're just going to use CSV. So the name of our file is train.csv, and then here I'm just going to print the first 5 lines of the file. I'll say pd, sorry, file.head. So just print the first 5 lines. So what we can do is I can run this file to clear this by saying python and then main.py. So you see pandas, this one basically it prints the first 5 lines of the document I just opened, this file. So as you can see, image confidence, whatever, everything is printed as this. So that's the use of pandas. Uh, so basically, I'm just showing testing to see if our virtual environment works. So that's pandas, that's conda. Now the next thing we're going to do is to set up a Kaggle account. So we head over to, okay, let me just um, come here. So come to Kaggle.com. I believe most of us have Gmail account or Google account. So just come to register with Google, then select your Gmail account or whichever email account you have, and then proceed, right? So you can also choose to register if you are not having a Gmail account, register with email. So you register this, and then after that it goes through to your Kaggle account. Now I'm already logged in. So you come here, this is what you are going to see, something like this, right? So you have all these sections here. You can create notebooks, and then here we are coming to learn Python. So we click on learn, and then we have intro into programming, um, intro into Python. You can start with intro into programming if you want, and you can start right from the very basic beginning. So this teaching you programming in Python. So it's very self-explanatory. So as you go through this, you run the data. It teaches you, so it's basic programming something. So you run everything here, and at the end you are going to have something like exercises. So click on start exercise. As after you are done through the whole thing, through the first page, now it opens what we call a notebook. Okay, so this is a notebook. This is where you practice what you are learning. So this power, just click on this to start the session, and this notebook runs on a virtual computer in a cloud. Okay, so that even if your laptop has a lower specification like 2 gig RAM or 4 gig RAM, you can still be able to do heavy work. As you can see hard disk space, CPU, and then RAM. So that is someone else's computer you are using over here. So we are giving total of 20 gig storage, so you can do whichever task we want to. So we first run this. You see, we first run this. Yeah, so you get setup complete. Now you can go through this. So you click on this, the play, right? And then it prints the answer to it prints the hello world. So we go to the next. You read everything, make sure you understand, and then you print it. If the play button is not active, just click on the play here, run cell, and then it does everything. So you can follow these exercises. So use this. Make sure you read thoroughly, and then you can use that to answer the questions that follows. After that, you start the next tutorial when you are done. I know I'm not done. You start the next tutorial when you are done. So you read everything, you try to understand, and then at the end, you start an exercise. So using this, you can effectively learn Python. Okay. So I think before we meet for our next session, you'll be done with this simple introduction to programming, and that'll be all for now. Have an amazing journey. Thank you. How do I stop the recording? Okay.